Every single time that I make a video saying that I don't require any excuses in my classroom and that I don't have any penalties for late work in my classroom, I get a bunch of responses.
I want to add on real quick to Chesko's videos about his late assignment policy, specifically not having one, because I do the same thing. And I think for very similar reasons, because it is currently what I see as best educational practices. And I want to share what I have learned in doing this over the last few years in response to a lot of people who comment either about how this doesn't apply to real life and doesn't prepare the students, or to other professors who say, well, I can't do the same. To that first group, my response is very simply, the real world does allow for extensions and changes to timelines when things don't go as planned. I routinely see, for example, delivery deadlines not met for products and services, and customers are informed and everybody manages to have enough empathy and understanding to regroup for the most part. Yeah, of course, you get a person complaining here and there about how this is unfair, but that's real life. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. And to the professors out there who are worried that students will take advantage, I've not found that to be the case. In fact, I've found the opposite to be true. Ever since I've implemented this policy of not deducting for late assignments, students have generally submitted their assignments on time more readily because the removal of that stressor in itself is enough to help those students focus and engage in a way that before they could not. Because frankly, a lot of the things we do in academia that we just do because of the history of how it's been done before are gatekeeping. They're artificial barriers designed to make academics exclusive and special rather than to genuinely create education and learning. And at least in my experience, again, those students who get relief from that anxiety end up submitting more assignments on time. The occasional person who you might say is taking advantage of the policy gets far outweighed by all of the other students who gain benefit from taking that stressor out. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to do it. As Chesko said, if this doesn't work for you, don't. That's okay. But at least in my experience, it's actually made my job easier too. So the students and I have all benefited from this change. And I will encourage everyone, students and faculty, to be as flexible as possible as we learn more and more about what works and what doesn't in education.